Guys, it's Rachel and I came to bitch. I haven't been recording in a while because my computer is down and decided to take my own advice on like the bitches in business video I posted a couple months ago. I think it's like I don't have a computer, so I use my phone. Um, and yeah, um, I've been depressed lately because my family was outed in and out about my stripping in a club and stuff like that. And um, I was gaslighted and ganged up on, and I really I took it as a sign from the universe because I've been thinking about making a video on abuse and specifically with black women and how in our dynamic we are told to suck it up because it's commonplace for black women to be abused sexually, mentally, emotionally. Um, so I wanted to share my story. I'm doing that a lot lately. I'm actually doing that on my new Senator Charlotte page. Um, so yeah, I've had to heal from that and all of that shit. But I will tell you exactly what happened. You know, it was planned. It was definitely planned. But I was in my dad's house and because I was staying there. Um, and now I'm in Atlanta, by the way. There's a lot going on. But I was in my dad's house, and I went to my bedroom, and he confronted me about it. Now, before, and later I got upset about it, and I was talking to my boyfriend about it on the phone, and my sisters overheard it, and so they decided to get the other two sisters, because I have four sisters, and next thing I know, I'm in my bedroom, which is, my bed is in the corner, and they're all in my room around me, yelling at me, saying all sorts of things like, I'm lame, and I'm not a real bitch because I didn't tell them this, that, and the third. Now, not that they owed an explanation, but understand the background of sometimes why you don't tell people stuff. I had told all of them, and I post publicly on my profile that I'm a burlesque performer and a stripper, so there's nothing obviously to hide. They were uncomfortable with the fact that I am a stripper. And so this justified, in their mind, gaslighting me. Now, yes, we do have to understand the dynamic, and we do have to understand why the abuse exists, but we do not have to accept it. Now, I've also been gaslit. I've been abused as most black women. I haven't met a single black woman that hasn't been. I've been abused for all sorts of reasons. People give excuses to gaslight me. One of the main things is I'm an INTP personality, which means I'm very logic driven, and a lot of a trigger for me, not a trigger, but if you're coming at to me with anything less than logic, I'm pretty much going to shut it down. Not rudely, but I'll shut it down. I'll be like, no, it's actually this, you know? And I'm always told, like, you think you know everything, this, that, and the third. Well, I've shared my experience because I got a lot of, I think, I know everything, and on the grounds that I'm older, so I can talk to you this way. I've been through it, so I could talk to you this way. This experience really, really, really pounded in that nobody knows you better than you do. If anybody says, I know you better than yourself, they're abusive. If anybody says, I hurt you out of love, it's abuse. And a lot of times, black women are told, especially by other black women, I've been raped too. So get over it. And I want to get into like physical abuse, and I understand that there's definitely a reason why, especially black mothers are tough on their kids because the world is tough. My main problem in the black family dynamic is I don't need you to beat me down. The world will do it. You know what I mean? Black people, in my opinion, need support. So, and what really ticks me off is, like I said, on Bitches in the Room on the page, haven't been writing much, but I've been making a lot of posts. We got all the gusto to beat black women down. We have all the gusto to beat each other down, call each other uppity, acting white. You think you know everything. Somebody's gonna punch you in your face because you have a smart mouth. All of that shit. Those are all discouraging words. I don't give a fuck. And like I said, I'm sharing my experiences because you know, they have these abusive things have not been helpful in my life. They've been more hurtful than helpful. I've determined that they have been more hurtful than helpful. I understand what was behind it, but there is lack of effort, lack of care. My sisters are famous to say, I don't give one fuck about your feelings. Your feelings are important. What you feel as a child, what you feel from your family, you take out into the world with you. You take into your next relationships. And I just figured that, you know, I was wondering, why am I so impatient with my boyfriend? Why am I, you know, why, you know, and some of the things have made me better. I definitely don't condone abuse. But if you choose to be stronger from it, you will. And it's definitely the pressure, the emotional abuse that my dad has put me through, by saying, like, you know, when I was a kid, for example, well, your grades aren't good, so you might as well get that athletic scholarship and go to college. And they don't think I'm shit because I'm so smart and I dropped out of college. Again, anybody, backtracking here, anybody who thinks that they can shape your destiny better than you can is abusive. I don't give a fuck how old they are. There is no logos. There's no ethos. There's no pathos that will allow, that should allow socially anybody to tell you what is best for you. That is the sexist, racist shit that I'm talking about. This emotional abuse has definitely led me to seek out subconsciously emotionally abusive romantic relationships, emotionally abusive friendships. So it leaves me to have to figure it out on my own. So the basic lesson that I have, because this video isn't gonna be perfect or anything, don't take abuse because it is commonplace. Women across the world take abuse and are lied to and said, oh, it's strength. Oh, definitely, it's strength if you overcome it. But just because I can take a hit doesn't mean I should just keep taking it. So you get two choices. You can fight or fly. My inclination is to fly because I don't like to waste time with foolishness. And I was also gaslit for that. They're like, oh, you're lame on that shit. It was like, if people are going to gang up on you, shut up. If people are going to gang up on you, oh, and BTW, side note, this has also happened in the club, which is going to be on Senator Charlotte Strips, my other channel. But if people are going to gang up on you, you got to call them out for what that is. That's cowardism. And I want to say, and not to sound too cliche, but it really gave me a boost of confidence when my family decided to gang up on me. And you can say it's delusional or not, but whatever I need to survive, I don't give a fuck how you feel. You can have fun psychoanalyzing it. But I got a boost of confidence. The fact that none of them felt like they could take me on my own shows me that I'm a motherfucking force. So you remember that. You remember that anybody who is trying to abuse you, take you down, put you down verbally, because that is still abuse, is weaker than you. You always must remember that. They on some fuck nigga shit. And you're better than them. Next time somebody says you think you're better than me, it's like, you think you're better, I'm better than you, and I think I'm better than you. So, I'm better than you. Because you didn't open that door. It's not your fault. Their self-esteem is not your motherfucking problem. Remember that. Do not take abuse because it is commonplace. Let them know the bitch is in the room.